So imagine you're in your 60s, around with your family, running after your grandkids, thinking, oh, I can't wait to see them be 5, 6, 10. I want to live that long. And then while you're running behind them, you start getting a really bad pain in your chest. You get a shortness of breath. You collapse. You have a heart attack. When you arrive to the hospital, the first thing they say, you experienced a heart attack because of clogged arteries. The clogged arteries were caused from so much sugar in your diet. So today, what I'm going to be talking about is soda. I'm going to try and persuade you guys to stop drinking soda or reduce the amount at least. I will be discussing today what is inside soda, how it affects your body if consumed excessively, and ways to decrease the consumption. So first things first. In Coke, there's several chemicals besides caffeine and sugar. But the two most effective to your body is the caffeine and sugar. Although there's only a third of a cup of coffee in each can of Coke you drink, the recommended for an adult, for adolescents, is 100 milligrams. And each can of Coke, it's 23 milligrams per can. But they say your tolerant amount of caffeine within your body is 400 milligrams. But it causes hypertension, high blood pressure, ulcers to your stomach, and several other things. And there's also 39 grams of sugar within each can of soda, depending on the soda, of course. In Coca-Cola, there's 39 grams. In Diet Coca-Cola, it's 30.9 grams of sugar. The recommended for each day is 30 grams of sugar. That's including your fruits and everything else you eat. So imagine what you're doing to your body. You're accelerating it. You're making yourself gain weight by just drinking one can of soda a day. So now let's see what it does to your body. According to Dr. Walter Willett from Harvard Chan School of Public Health, people who consume more than 2 cans of soda a day have a 26% greater chance of developing type 2 diabetes. 26%. And that's not including what you eat. That's just your soda. He also states, a study that followed 40,000 men for 2 decades found that the average person who drank 1 can of soft drink per day had a greater risk of having heart attack by 20%. And soda, that's 1 or 2 cans. People who drink 4 to 6, imagine their risk. Another study that Dr. Walter did was a 22-year-long study of 80,000 women found that a woman who consumed a can a day of soft drink had a 75% greater chance of developing gout. Gout. That means you can lose a toe. Within the same study, they said about 25,000 deaths a year in the United States may be associated to sugar soft drinks. That's just horrifying. Our obesity rate is so high here in California, in the United States. Of course, we're not the highest obese nation. Mexico is, but we're still on top of there. We're second to that, and we're still drinking. We advertise Coca-Cola and Sprite and all these other things with happiness. Kids think it's happy to drink these sodas. And how is that we're trying to make our nation thinner, less unhealthy, but yet you let these companies come into each school, advertise Coke machines, Pepsi machines, Sprite, 7-Up, and all these other things. Now, ways to decrease your intake of soda. You can do it the regular way, cold turkey way, which is no more soda in your diet, period. But that's unlikely, especially for adults. They usually relapse within like a few days. The best way to do it is drinking 1 or 2 sodas less a day or a week, depending on how much you drink a day. Myself, I experienced the worst of it. When I was 11, I was drinking about 2-liter bottle of Coke a day, myself. And within, I want to say, a month, I was hospitalized. They told me that I had burned the lining of my stomach. So after that, my family, we went cold turkey. No, there's no Coke in my family. For parties, there's Coke and stuff, but obviously, like me and my mom, who has high blood pressure, and my dad, who has also high blood pressure, cannot drink soda. So what we do in my family is we have a big barrel of water infused with fruits and fruits mainly, not vegetables, but fruits like orange, strawberries, lime, and several other things that make the water taste like fruit juice, but it has no sweetener in it. There's also a machine called the fountain jet soda maker. This fountain jet soda maker, what it does is it carbonates the water, and each one has certain like flavors to it. It doesn't have a lot of sugar in it. It has a little bit, but not enough that like soda does. I know one of the professors here, he has it in his office and at home, and he says it's a godsend for him because he had, what did he tell me? He had high blood pressure and he was on the borderline of having type 2 diabetes. And since he's been 5 years off of soda because of the machine, and he's better now. So today what I went over was what is it within soda, what it can do to your body, and how to reduce your intake of soda or permanently just get rid of it.
That made me cry, by the way.
Steve, what did you think?
I thought it was a really good persuasive presentation. The preview was really good about the heart attack. And the thesis was very clear, and because you listed what you were going to talk about, I thought the transitions were good. And I also like that you used a personal example. And also, when the audience laughed, you laughed with them, but at the same time, you went back on track with your presentation, which I thought was very professional. And delivery-wise, you made really good eye contact, and voice projection was good. And I like that you added humor here and there. And the thing that really persuaded me was when you listed the alternatives to soda. I think that really caught my attention and got me to think, wow, I should try these things instead of soda. So, and you also had a good closing. And just one thing was, I think there was a little too much reading. But other than that, I really thought the presentation was good.
I'm thirsty, but not for a barrel full of vegetable water.